First Down Friday Night is sponsored by Regenesis.
Welcome back to First Down Friday Night. We're going to get to our Week 3 highlights in just a few minutes. But first, we got some news updates in our kickoff forecast. Let's check in with Kenesha Dees and Jordan Dressman.
Thanks, Nick. We hope you're enjoying the show. I'm here with your top headlines of today. A reckless murder charge has been filed against the man accused in last weekend's deadly high-speed chase. 40-year-old Archie Hale is now charged with reckless murder after police say he led officers on a dangerous pursuit that ended in a fatal crash. 17-year-old Tristan Hollis was killed in that collision. 3 other teens were injured. Hale is being held without bond under Aniah's law at the Morgan County Jail. Ryan Drive is being renamed Steve Perkins Drive after a vote passed the Decatur City Council just last week. It comes about 2 years after Perkins was shot by Decatur police in a car repossession gone wrong. He later died as a result of the incident, drawing waves of demonstrations for police accountability. And a former bowling alley been given a new purpose. The building was recently gifted to Not One More Alabama. Soon, the space will transform into Noma's Community Recovery Center, a place to build hope, provide support, and bring together people in recovery. Construction is set to begin November 1st. That's it for your news update tonight. Now let's get a weather update from Fox 54 Weather Impact Chief Meteorologist Jordan Dressman.
Now, the Tennessee Valley's certified most accurate forecast from the Fox 54 Weather Impact Team.
And a very good evening to you. I'm Fox 54 Weather Impact Chief Meteorologist Jordan Dressman. Maybe you're going down to Auburn this weekend. Let's talk about the weather. The weather looks fantastic down in Auburn. We're talking about plenty of sunshine. Temperatures climbing into the mid and upper 80s. Got a high temperature right around 87 degrees, making a pretty solid run at 90. Would not be the least bit surprised if we get there. Maybe just a touch on the humid end of the spectrum, but not bad when you consider the fact that it is mid-September. Overall, fantastic weather for watching the Auburn Tigers. But what about the Alabama Crimson Tide? Weather's going to be just as nice over in Tuscaloosa. Plenty of sunshine. Temperatures climbing into the mid and upper 80s once again. I've got a high temperature right around 88 degrees. UNA, plenty of sunshine. Temperatures a little bit warmer. Highs climbing into the lower 90s. Alabama A&M up in Nashville, 93 degrees. And then the big noon kickoff, which you can watch right here on Fox 54 up in the state of Illinois, 87 degrees for that game. Locally across the Tennessee Valley this weekend, 90 degrees on Saturday, and then 91 degrees on Sunday.
Let's get our high school football coverage revved up. Let's go to Milton Franks Stadium, the host of the Northside Clash between Mae Jemison in the lead. Jaguars up 14-0 in the second quarter. Play gets blown up as Javen Thomas is the one causing the destruction. The half ends the score 14-0. Look at those lead drum majors. My goodness, the band's really showing out during halftime tonight. But we go back into the action third quarter. After forcing the lead to punt, Mae Jemison driving down the field. They churn out a first down here with a short Tavarian Moore Langford run. 3 plays later, to the ground they go again. It pays off. Mae Jemison breaks through the heart of the Generals defense. See you later. Touchdown Jaguars. That puts them up 20-0. Mae Jemison opts to go for 2, which really feels like a way to put this game out of the reach. It's QB1 Jaden Burrows grinding it out, crossing the plane. The conversion is good, giving the Jaguars a 22-0 lead in the third quarter. Mae Jemison has dominated the league since this rivalry was reborn, originally from J.O. Johnson High School a decade ago. And the status quo, it marches on. Mae Jemison goes on to win by the final score of 40-0. How about that for knocking out your rival? Next week, it's going to be Fort Payne coming to Huntsville to play Mae Jemison, while Lee goes up to Newmarket to play Buckhorn. All right, that's just beginning to wet your whistles, I hope. JP2, the Falcons try to avoid going 0-3 in region play in a matchup versus North Jackson. The Thursday highlights coming up next.
Why don't seagulls fly over today?
3D.
You've got that dream. The one that'll change everything.
Yeah, that looks great.
Come on, Dad, hurry up, chop chop.
Seen it become a reality. Sounds like success to us. And Avadian is here to help make it happen.
Oh yeah, you're looking at one of the newest reasons to love Red Lobster. New seafood boils, turning Crab Fest into a crab feast. That's the look of real happiness. Served daily only at Red Lobster.
Looking to get stronger? This is your year. Join Planet Fitness today for just $1 down and save.
We're stepping it up.
We're not slowing down.
We're gonna feel this tomorrow.
We're just gonna keep showing up. Showing up.
Showing up.
You coming?
Save $28 or more when you join for just $1 down, $15 a month. Planet Fitness. We're all strong on this planet.
Find your nearest club and join today. Deal ends September 12th.
Car wreck? Call Tyler Man Injury Law. Insurance companies are making it tougher than ever for car accident victims, charging higher premiums and then trying to shortchange you on your injury claim. But no matter what they do, one fact remains. On average, car accident victims with a lawyer get over 3 times more money than those without one. Now that you know the facts, don't settle for less. Car wreck? Call Tyler Man Injury Law. 256-400-4000.
Kevin has midterms, Dan's trying to watch the game, and I'm just trying to make dinner.
Kevin!
We should take a look at that breaker.
Relieved of duty.
Call 888-8-SPARKY.
First Down Friday Night is sponsored by Publix.
Welcome back to First Down Friday Night. We're now going to bring in Gabe Glassman. He's stepping in for the rest of the show with Mo out. Welcome to the show, Gabe. How's it feel to make the First Down Friday Night debut, my friend?
Nick, it feels really good. You know, working on the show every single week from the field. It's nice. The AC feels really nice out here.
Nice,
you know,
right?
had to go out for a couple highlights, but you know, we're here. It's week 3, and it's a lot of excitement this week, especially with all these games going on.
Yeah, Gabe's usually the one that's doing our game of the week. He's usually doing the preview in our 5:30 show going live, and then he is the one that's out there getting the soundbite, tracking down the coach after the game, and stressing against the deadline. But tonight he gets the nice cushy job, taking, I guess, my job usually, but really taking the big man's share.
I get to share this job with you, Nick. I get to share this desk with you, and it's an honor and a pleasure to be here with you guys tonight. Let's now recap yesterday's action, though. We had 3 Thursday night games featured teams from our viewing area. St. John Paul hosting North Jackson in a key region battle. Chiefs already up 7-0. Nick Price Jr. takes the handoff off the gut. He reaches the end zone untouched for a score. That's 14-0 North Jackson now. Falcons offense was held in a check. Joey Ross is flushed out of the pocket, as you're going to see right here. It's 3rd down. He's going to get sacked. That's credited to Dragan Cash. In the next North Jackson possession, pop pass, Caden Price to out around. He outruns the defense and finds the end zone. He's going to have to fight his way in there. 21-0 North Jackson, and they're on cruise control, Nick. Second quarter, it's Nick Price that'll have it again.
Nick's a good first name, man. So I'm just saying there's no surprise he's about to go off again.
And Nick Price, you just said he's about to go off. Well, he's back into the end zone. And Nick, listen to this. He scored 5 touchdowns last night. Let's take a look at that final score. North Jackson goes on to win by a final score of 61-21. And next week, North Jackson will look to keep it rolling against New Hope. St. John Paul II, well, they're going to be facing Randolph.
What do you think, folks? I think he killed that first highlight. All right, let's keep it rolling. Down to Morgan County we go. Hartselle hosting Columbia in a matchup of 2 programs really on opposite ends of the football spectrum here in Alabama. We are scoreless until the end of the first quarter. Carter Lee throws the corner route to Kane Falke and hauls it into the 20-yard touchdown pass. 7-0 Tigers on top after the 1. It's the same duo. Carter Lee throwing quick out to Kane Falciani for another TD. Make it 14-0. Then 2 minutes later, Tigers knocking on the door again as Jaheim Pruitt runs over 2 defenders and wrote to a 6-yard touchdown rush. That made it as the lights are flickering. We got to love the light show. 21-0. Things get worse for Columbia as a high snap goes over the punter's head. There's a scramble for the ball, and Auburn Herring recovers the ball for another Tigers touchdown. Make it 28-0. Tigers would get a pick 6 and another special teams TD before the half was over to go into the locker room up 42-0 And let's take a look at your final scores. It wasn't pretty. 63-0. Columbia's losing streak has now climbed to 95 games. Next week, it's going to be East Lawrence. Excuse me, not next week. East Lawrence going to go to Columbia in 2 weeks. Columbia has a bye next week. While Hartzell's going to take on a team I frankly don't know where that is. Woodlawn. Well, good luck to him. Gabe?
Well, let's head over to Jackson County. The North Sand Mountain Bison taking on the Cedar Bluff Tigers. And at the start of the game, Cedar Bluff's quarterback keeps the ball, snagging a first down. He's going to be on the far side of this shot here, but he does get all the way to the 45-yard line. But it's later in the drive. Caden Tracy will have the handoff here. The ball's loose, though. He gives up the ball, and it's going to be Jaden Bell. Big 55. He scoops up the ball, and the Bison take over. A huge turnover to them. And later on in this drive, North Sand Mountain will be on offense, and they're going to keep it rolling. This is a direct snap to Jackson Burgess. He's going to run to the left, shift through, tiptoes his way into the end zone. That's a touchdown, and the Bison take the lead. Now let's fast forward over to the second quarter a little bit, because our good friend Jackson Burgess has the ball again. It's a direct snap. He's running to his right. He's going to find a lot of space. He gets a block, lots of green grass in front of him.
Oh, man.
Nobody will catch him. And listen to this, Nick. North Sand Mountain Bison, they're going to go up 27-0 at the halftime. Let's fast forward all the way to the final score. North Sand Mountain goes on to win by a final of 34-6. Not a lot of offense in that second half, Nick. Next week, Cedar Bluff will take on Section, and Gaston will be going over to North Sand Mountain.
I found out where Woodlawn is. It is a Birmingham City school. I know Huffman, I know Ramsey. Woodlawn.
A lot of Birmingham schools down there.
There's a lot of them.
Yeah.
Plenty of them, and a lot of them are really good at football, especially Ramsey. All right, let us continue. This game happened today. We had to push it down to later in the show because of how late this one went. Hazel Green home, Buckhorn away in the 2025 Cotton Classic. Bucks on the doorstep. Handoff goes to Davian Senegal, and he looks like he's going to score, but it's a huge hit at the goal line. Ball's free. Malcolm Williams falls on it. That's a touchback, and the game remains scoreless, 0-0 in the first quarter. The Trojans are going to go on offense, and all the Buckhorn defense needs, though, is one play to get that ball right back. Ephraim Hall makes the recovery, and now they're in business in Hazel Green territory. The Bucks go right back to the ground game 4 plays later. After the turnover, they draw first blood. Dejan Rosario Jr. will not be denied, stretching across the goal line for the first points of the night. It was 7-0 at halftime. And now let's take a look at that very, very recent final score, as is the Buckhorn Bucks. They come back in this one. They were down. Hazel Green was leading, I believe it was 14-10 at one point in this game. Buckhorn comes all the way back to win 17-14 to win the Cotton Classic, as next week Lee is going to play Buckhorn and Hazel Green is going to host Gadsden City.
Close one there, Nick. Hey, we're going to take a quick timeout, but make sure you're sticking around. We head out to Northeast Alabama after the break. We'll check in on the Fife Red Devils, who are visiting the Asbury Rams.
Across the Tennessee Valley this weekend, the weather looks absolutely fantastic. It looks fantastic as we head into the new week as well. We'll talk about it in just a couple of minutes.
First Down Friday Night is sponsored by Bank Independent. First Down Friday Night is back and better than ever. Every Friday night, the FOX54 sports team will preview the week's biggest college football games and provide highlights for high school football from around the valley. Catch First Down Friday night at 10 p.m. Fridays on FOX54 and streaming on FOX54 Plus. First Down Friday Night is sponsored by Regenesis, Bank Independent, and Publix.
Trucking accidents can change lives in an instant. They're far worse than most wrecks. At Wedemark Keith, we understand what you're going through. If you've been injured in a truck accident, we are here to help you through it. It's more to us. It's personal.
Tune in to On the Hill Live with Dr. Paul A. Bryant for the Alabama A&M home game pregame show. College football season is shifting into high gear this fall with all new matchups between Alabama A&M and your favorite rivals. Celebrate Bulldog Game Day with a live broadcast from Lewis Cruz Stadium on the campus of Alabama A&M University. Catch all the A&M updates, behind-the-scenes interviews, and so much more starting Saturday, September 6th at 8:30 a.m. live and only on Fox 54.
What have we got?
The Andersons. All night tossing and turning, bad backs, sleep score at an all-time low.
Round up the team.
At Denver Mattress, going undercover is literally how we solve problems.
And when we find sleepers waking up with aches and pains, we turn to the Tempur-Pedic Adapt, designed for ultimate pressure relief that uniquely adapts to your body's pressure points.
And right now, save up to $700 on select Tempur-Pedic adjustable mattress sets. And get a $300 gift. Denver Mattress, the easiest way to get the right Tempur-Pedic.
You were injured on someone else's property. A fall, broken stairs, poor lighting, no warning signs. They didn't protect you. Now you have to deal with the consequences. We are here so you don't face them alone.
Now, the Tennessee Valley's certified most accurate forecast from the Fox 54 Weather Impact Team.
Hey, good evening once again. I'm Fox 54 Weather Impact Chief Meteorologist Jordan Dressman. For the most part, it was a fantastic week across the Tennessee Valley, and we're going to continue that trend of fantastic weather as we head into the weekend. Look at this. We're starting Saturday in the low and mid 60s, right around 63 degrees. We're going to finish in the upper 80s and lower 90s. I've got a high temperature right around 90. At this point, this is a couple of degrees above average. Plenty of sunshine on Saturday. Really going to be a beautiful day. Sunday, much the same. We're going to start the day in the lower 60s, right around 62. And then once again, we're going to climb into the lower 90s on Sunday. I've got a high temperature right around 91 degrees, and again, plenty of sunshine. Maybe just a touch on the humid end of the spectrum, but overall that humidity is not going to be that bad, especially when you consider the fact that it is mid-September. We should be much more humid than we're going to be. Have a good look at the next 7 days. There's your weekend, 90 on Saturday, 91 on Sunday. We kind of consistently stick with the lower 90s through the entirety of the forecast period. 92 degrees on Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. Plenty of sunshine. No real opportunities for rain in the forecast until we get to Thursday and Friday of next week. Still going to be warm. 93 on Thursday, 91 degrees with a little more cloud cover by the time we get to next Friday.
Thanks, Chief. We're going to head to DeKalb County now for one of the games we circled as a game of the week type matchup, Geraldine and Sylvania.
Yeah, the Rams and Bulldogs are longtime region foes, played their 70th match in the nearly 80-year-old rivalry. Let's get to those highlights now. The Geraldine Bulldogs start the second half, the 28-point lead over the Sylvania Rams. Bulldogs fans excited to be so far ahead. The Rams receive the ball, but they don't go very far on this first drive. Let's take a look. Bulldogs taking down the offense nearly every play. Geraldine getting the ball after just a short drive. A few plays down the field, though, Elijah Schlagenter running the ball into the red zone, finishing it off for a touchdown. Just walks in there. That's going to be a score for the Geraldine Bulldogs.
This is shocking, honestly. This is one of those games that it used to be truly one of the best games in DeKalb County every year, and now it's sort of turned into two schools just completely on different opposite ends of good play right now.
Yeah, Geraldine's having a very good season, Nick. I mean, they're
3-0 now. We'll cut to the chase. They're 3-0, and Sylvania now down to 0-3.
Let's take a look at this play right here. The running back's going to have it. He's going to go in easy for the score. Not the third quarter, a 42-point blowout for Geraldine. Let's go ahead and go to the final score. It's not looking pretty. 65-21, Geraldine Bulldogs go on to win. Next week, Sylvania is going to look to bounce back against Whitesburg Christian. And Geraldine, well, they're going to be taking a trip to Holly Pond.
All right, the Fife Red Devils facing off against the Asbury Rams tonight down in Marshall County. Fans and cheerleaders are looking excited for the start of the first quarter. The Asbury Rams get the ball, but they just can't make it far downfield. A pack of Red Devils bringing down the quarterback for a loss of yards. Next play, Jared Meadows receiving a quick pass before being brought down. Asbury, though, will have to punt the ball to Fife on a fourth down. The Red Devils, Ryder Smith, taking it all the way to the end zone for a Fife Red Devils touchdown. Let's go take a look at your final scores. Fife winning it 21-0. It's up 21-0 at that point, and Fife goes on to win 54-6 in this one. This is sort of status quo. I was surprised about the Sylvania Geraldine game. This is not a surprising one. Fife wins it once again, 54-6. Next week, Brindley Mountain can go to Fife, while Asbury will go to Collinsville. All right, let's take another quick break. This week's Spirit Spotlight is on the Sparkman High dance team. Fox 54's Kenesha Dees caught up with the Senators and shares their story next on First Down Friday Night.
Aqua Living now has 17 hot tubs under $49.99. Patented and powerful 110-volt technology with no expensive wiring needed. Just plug our hot tubs in and start relaxing today. 100% in-house financing, no turndowns. Shop us now at shophottubs.com.
From the first crank to the last scoop and all the parts in between, there's two names Bill and Brenda Rourke trust: Kubota and Huntsville Tractor and Equipment. Compact and utility tractors, zero-turn mowers, and so much more. And did you say parts? All the bits and pieces to keep them running. Plus the cranes to back them up. Kubota and Huntsville Tractor and Equipment.
Come on, let's go to work.
Your local Ford dealer presents America's all-time best-selling SUV, Ford Explorer. The rugged, capable, built wild Bronco family. And the all-new Ford Expedition, redesigned to deliver more. Want more? See your local Ford dealer. For the latest offers on new Ford SUVs, see your local Ford dealer or visit buyfordnow.com today.
Every great performance starts with a great night's sleep. Thanks to new Natrol Sleep and Restore, which helps me be this me. Every great night's sleep starts with Natrol.
New Natrol Sleep and Restore for your ultimate restorative sleep.
Oh yeah, you're looking at one of the newest reasons to love Red Lobster. New seafood boils, turning Crab Fest into a crab feast. That's the look of real happiness. Served daily only at Red Lobster.
America's #1 hot tub manufacturer states this fact: made in the USA. All our hot tubs are built right here. Selling hot tubs directly to you saves you thousands while keeping jobs here in the USA. Shop us now at shophottubs.com.
PTSD, chronic pain, soft tissue injuries. These are just a few of the conditions treatable with hyperbaric oxygen therapy from Regenesis.
These treatments have proven so effective that we've added a new facility to support hyperbaric therapy at Regenesis.
Our treatment protocol uses concentrated pressurized oxygen to promote healing and fight infection.
Explore the benefits of hyperbaric oxygen therapy at Regenesis. Call or click to make your appointment with Dr. Charles Lee today.
First Down Friday Night is sponsored by Regenesis.
To celebrate 10 years of First Down Friday Night, we have added a brand new segment to the weekly show.
This year, we are showing love to the bands, cheerleaders, color guard, and others with our Spirit Spotlight. Here's Kenesha Dees.
Thank you, Nick and Gabe. This week, our Fox 54 Spirit Spotlight is on the Sparkman High School varsity dance team. This team comes with titles, 5-time national champions. Most recently, they were dubbed 2023 state champs. The dancers get a break this week, but I got a peek at one of their practice days. Here's a look and a listen.
It's just the environment, having the lights, and, you know, Friday night lights. Like, it's just really fun.
It takes days indoors like this.
And left side, hold it, pulse.
To prepare for Friday night lights like these. Meet the Sparkman High School varsity dance team.
I really love dance.
Junior dancer Kenzie Curtis has been on her toes since she was 2. She's been a dancer at Sparkman for 3 years, carrying on a family tradition.
I've always wanted to be on the dance team because my sister, when she was older than me, and she was on the dance team, and so it's just like a legacy thing.
One of her fellow dancers, Abigail Johnson, also a junior, has been dedicated to the team 3 years straight and says the team itself carries a tradition before performing on the field.
We all eat dinner together before the games. We go out in the courtyard and we usually get like Chick-fil-A or pizza. It's just, we spend a lot of time together as a team before, and it really helps us work together.
And if you can't tell by the signs around the school campus, a big event is coming up.
Yes, we are getting ready for homecoming. We're so excited about that.
Particularly excited is head coach Maria Laughlin.
Flex, there you go.
It's her first year and her first homecoming as coach. The third-year student at Calhoun says she can relate to the rigor the girls put in.
In high school, I wasn't. I was there just a couple of years ago, so I definitely understand all of the stress that comes with it. I really try hard to be somebody that I can look to as a role model.
And the girls do have plans for dance once they become Sparkman alumnae.
I think I want to stay here and go to UAH and then teach at my dance studio. Even if it's not I dance in college, it's like I gained a lot of things, a lot of discipline, a lot of life lessons that I wouldn't have gotten somewhere else.
A bright future ahead for these ladies. Back in 2021, the girls took home the title for the National Dance Alliance Small Varsity Hip Hop category. Here's a listen to one of their hip hop routines. And if you like what you see, feel free to share it with us, a spirit group we could profile next week. We'd love to showcase your favorite band, cheer squad, and color guard. Back to you guys.
Great stuff there,
My
Kanisha.
knees hurt just looking at that.
Let's put over our attention over to Gurley. The New Hope Indians visiting the Madison County Tigers. It's going to be a handoff to running back Caden L. He'll shift one New Hope defender, and he's going to truck through another. It's going to be a big first down for the Madison County Tigers. Let's fast forward later on in the drive. Madison County now on the doorstep. This is a handoff to Caleb Harbin. He's going to bounce out to his left. It's going to be a foot race to the goal line. Touchdown, Madison County, and they jump ahead 7-0. New Hope will look to strike back now. This is on fourth down. Quarterback Lucas Terry, he's going to look to the middle. Throws intercepted by Braden Cross. He's going to take this all the way to New Hope territory, and it's going to be a huge turnover for Madison County. And on the following drive, where have we seen this again? It's going to be Caleb Harbin. Handoff, he's going to go through a defender.
Oh, man.
Gets over the goal line, touchdown. He's doing his dance. His team is leading, and as we go to the final score, his team's going to go on to win by a final score 27-6. The Tigers take this one, and they'll be headed over to Madison Academy, while New Hope, they're going to be taking on North Jackson next week.
All right, we hope you continue sticking around because we're having a lot of fun. We're going to head out to the Shoals. Muscle Shoals hosting Decatur. Highlights from that game coming up next.
Car wrecks shatter more than just metal. They shatter lives. Your health, your routine, your peace of mind, gone in an instant. But you don't have to put the pieces back together alone. We're here to help you rebuild.
To everyone who appreciates a handcrafted meal, are you ready for a taste of Wisconsin?
Butterburger's cooked fresh, just the way you like.
The way you love.
Definitely love.
And our thick and creamy frozen custard, we make it for you all throughout the day.
All day.
All day, every day. Put it in the extra work and not cutting corners.
Takes a little longer.
But it's how we've always done it at Culver's.
Because making your meal with care shows how much we care.
From Wisconsin with love.
Welcome to Delicious.
My name is Andy Titleman. There was a forklift accident. It broke my foot as well as about 3 toes. I was in terrible pain. I didn't know quite what to do. Before I hired Morgan & Morgan, I did call a few other places. The other places denied helping me. I called Morgan & Morgan, and they accepted me kind of like with open arms. I don't believe I could have done it without Morgan & Morgan. There is a reason I called Morgan & Morgan. They are for the people. They showed me that they were for me.
Get ready. Academy is your new store for sports and outdoors.
Make your next tailgate the best it can be. Tune in to the Publix Tailgate Corner on First Down Friday night. Fridays only on Fox 54.
When you're hurt on the job, the process of workers' compensation can feel overwhelming. You're dealing with pain, medical bills, and your injuries are being downplayed. We take care of the hard part so you can focus on getting better.
First Down Friday Night is back and better than ever. Every Friday night, the FOX54 sports team will preview the week's biggest college football games and provide highlights for high school football from around the valley. First Down Friday Night is sponsored by Regenesis, Bank Independent, and Publix.
For over 75 years, we've served this place we all call home. Bank Independent. We're invested in you.
First Down Friday Night is sponsored by Bank Independent.
Welcome back in. A beautiful sunset over in Muscle Shoals. The Trojans are hosting the Decatur Red Raiders. Trojans in the red zone to start off. Hand off to Jashad Samples. That's quick. Muscle Shoals score 7-0. Very, very, very quick. A few minutes later in the quarter, Trojans at the doorstep again. Quarterback Cade Clemens, that's a tush push, ladies and gentlemen. He pushed his way forward. Trojans quick to the 14-0 lead. Still in the first.
This is like deja vu with the ball
It's
placement.
all deja vu. That's Davion Reynolds in for the touchdown. 21-0. We head to the second quarter now. This is LaShawn Tapscott. He's barely going to get touched as he crosses the goal line. And the Trojans are going to jump to a 28-0 lead. 3 minutes left in the half. Clemens holds on to the ball. He finds a man downfield. That's Jamarion Draperan. Too easy for him. 32-yard touchdown. Muscle Shoals leads 35-0. Let's fast forward to that final score, guys. 66-0. Muscle Shoals crushes Decatur. Decatur is going to look to bounce back against Hartselle next week. The Trojans, well, they're going to have to face Coleman next week.
Let's look at another 6A final scores. Fort Payne dominating Southside Gadsden 28-6 is the final on that one. Southside now has a week off while Fort Payne gets ready to play May Jemison. A small school battle in Limestone County as Lexington at Tanner, the visitor, serving Tanner a bagel. 38-0 the final score as the Golden Bears take it. Don't go anywhere. More football coming up. We'll go to Gurley, where Collinsville is visiting Whitesburg Christian. That's next on First Down Friday Night.
Aqua Living now has 17 hot tubs under $49.99. Patented and powerful 110-volt technology with no expensive wiring needed. Just plug our hot tubs in and start relaxing today. 100% in-house financing, no turndowns. Shop us now at shophottubs.com.
This is Jack's Country, where on game day, no one shows up empty-handed. And if you want to make a real entrance, you bring the classics. Introducing Jack's 8-piece classic wings. Hand-breaded, golden fried, and served 3 crowd-pleasing ways. Honey barbecue, like it just came off the pit. Bold buffalo with a tangy punch. And sweet and spicy, like Southern charm with a kick. All served with our homemade ranch. 8 wings, fries, and ranch for just $8.99. You might want to bring backup. We're Jack's, and we're all about the South.
It's perfect.
It's yours.
Maybe success looks a lot like saying thank you.
Me?
And thank you could never be enough.
Oh, really? Let's go for a ride.
Avadian is here to help make it happen.
This is perfect.
At Sono Bello, just one visit, one day, one decision changes everything.
It was instant. I got an amazing flat stomach.
Physically, you can see it. That belly is gone. I feel great. Sono Bello did that for me.
With Sono Bello's advanced micro laser technology, you can permanently remove stubborn fat and sculpt the body you've always wanted, all in just one visit. That's why Sono Bello is America's #1 cosmetic surgery specialist.
It's like literally hitting an easy button.
I see a snatched waist and some curves that look really good.
I went from a 14 to a 4. It was a one-day solution for me.
There's no more frustration, just permanent results.
They gave me a whole new body, and I am loving it.
Sono Bello has over 50,000 5-star reviews and board-certified surgeons. Call now for your personalized consultation. That's over a $250 value. Free. Easy monthly payment options make your best body more affordable than ever. Call Sono Bello today.
America's #1 hot tub manufacturer states this fact: made in the USA. All our hot tubs are built right here. Selling hot tubs directly to you saves you thousands while keeping jobs here in the USA. Shop us now at shophottubs.com.
Welcome back. We head back to Gurley, joining the Collinsville Panthers, who are visiting the Whitesburg Christian Academy Warriors. Warriors lead 7-3. Panthers have it on 4th down. They're close to striking. Mason McAteer looks to the end of for a pass, but can't find anyone. He tried to run it. He's not able to get the distance. Whitesburg turns the ball over on downs, but they wouldn't do anything on their drive. Panthers will look to get another score on the board before the half. McAteer will keep it, makes a Warrior miss, and he's going to go a little bit more before being tripped up by a Warrior defender. And that's going to be a first down for Collinsville. Later in the drive, McAteer quick pass on the crosser. That's going to be Kyler Bean. Remember his name. He stopped near the goal line. Time winding down. There's less than 15 seconds on the clock before the half. McAteer steps back to throw. He's going to find, who did I say earlier, Kyler Bean for the touchdown. And Collinsville takes a 10-7 lead into the locker room at halftime. But let's check in with that final score. They hold on to the lead just barely. Collinsville wins 24-21 over the Warriors, and they'll take on Asbury next week. The Whitesburg Christian Warriors, they will be paying a visit to Sylvania. All right, I'll have more football for you after the break.
You know those commercials that show the perfect closet, the one that makes all your friends jealous? Closets by Design made that affordable for me.
Take 40% off plus an extra 15% off. Call 1-800-BY-DESIGN or visit closetsbydesign.com.
Style or substance? Somehow, it became one or the other. But there is another choice. Not stopping until you have everything in the GMC Sierra. Get 0% APR plus no monthly payments until next year on select Sierra 1500 models. We are professional grade.
I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. Why should you hire America's largest injury law firm for your case? There's a lot of reasons. When you use Uber or Lyft, you're taking a gamble. You have no idea who that driver is. Were they paying attention to their phone or GPS and not the road? Injured in an Uber or Lyft accident, you could have a big case. We became the largest injury law firm in the world for a reason. There's only one Morgan & Morgan. ForThePeople.com.
You know those commercials that show the perfect closet, the one that makes all your friends jealous? Closets by Design made that affordable for me.
Take 40% off plus an extra 15% off. Call 1-800-BY-DESIGN or visit closetsbydesign.com.
First Down Friday Night is sponsored by Publix.
Tonight, but it was what a close game. West Morgan taking down Priceville 8-7 in Morgan County. Next week, the Rebels going to go to Town Creek to play Hatton, while Priceville is going to go to Limestone County to play East Limestone. Let's roll now on some of the other scores. All right, Gabe. Well, it was a very fun week 3 here on First Down Friday Night. What were some of your biggest takeaways besides the fact that you got to be in a nice cushy environment instead of being out there sweating a deadline, getting the soundbite in?
Well, I loved how many close games there were. You know, you had a couple there in Northeast Alabama where there were a bunch of blowouts, but, you know, just that Priceville game, seeing that low scoring, I thought we saw a lot of defense. That's kind of the biggest takeaway I see. You know, had a lot of variety today, but really, I love seeing all the defense and stuff. But I always love to see the offense as well.
Yeah, and of course, this was a really exciting week of high school football, but college football also coming up. Alabama taking on Wisconsin, Auburn as well down the plains, and UNA and A&M also in action. What's your favorite thing you're looking forward to this weekend for college?
I think I'm most excited for Alabama A&M football. They're going up to Tennessee State.
You're going to be at that game.
I am going to be at that game. I'll be in the Music City, and Nick, it's going to be a rivalry renewed. I mean, this is good. These teams have played a lot of times. Tennessee State currently has the edge on them, but really, it should be an exciting one tomorrow from Nashville.
Yeah, you're going to be up in Nashville. I'm going to be down in Tuscaloosa seeing the Crimson Tide take on the Badgers. 42-10 last year in Madison. I don't know if I expect it to be that much of a blowout, but I mean, who knows? So we will see you all. Thank you so much for joining us for this episode of First Down Friday Night. Have a great night and enjoy the great weekend coming up of college football.